All right, what's up, y'all? So not too long ago, I was reading the Bible, and recently, for this past year, I just started writing in my Bible, like literally just writing in my Bible, whatever I need to write. And I was reading, and something was so good, and I'm like, oh, I need to write. I need a pen. I wish I had a pen right now, but I ain't feel like getting up and getting one. So right within 5 seconds, or like 3 seconds, a pen just appeared in front of my face, and I'm like, oh, look at that! Like the pen is right here. Everything I need is right here. And I just heard the provision will be seen. And it's crazy because it just, it reminded me of Abraham when he was about to sacrifice Isaac. But God told him stop. And the ram appeared in the bush. He was caught in the bush. And it's not that the ram wasn't there all the time. It was there, but God just had to open his eyes. And just like me with the pen was there. But God just had to open my eyes. The provision will be seen. But before the provision can be seen, we have to show up. Before the provision can show up, we have to show up with our obedience. We have to show up with just putting our foot forward. If God telling me to keep excelling, keep progressing with the podcast, now I got to show up with the podcast, and then the provision will be seen. If God is telling you to start that business, you got to take those first steps. You got to keep going. You got to keep marching because the provision will be seen. But it's not about if it will be seen. It's about if you will take the steps to get to where the provision will be seen, because the provision might not be where you are right now, but you got to keep taking those steps so that this obedience can branch out into that obedience. So this step can branch out into many more steps, and then the provision can be seen. The provision may be sitting right there in front of your face. It may be where you are, but you have to take the steps so that God can open your eyes. Take the the blindfold off your eyes. So a lot of times, when things don't show up the way we expected them, because that's me, right? I'm being personal with y'all. The thing ain't show up the way I expected it, the way I wanted it. So it was a little like, dang, it ain't working, but it is working, but it's just not the way that I thought it was going to work. So the provision will be seen, but you have to show up. You have to put that work in. Faith without works is dead. So we have to put off the old, the dead works, and put in that faith. Whatever God is telling us to do, move, quit your job, whatever God is telling you to do. Let's just walk by faith and not by sight, and allow our works to be evidence of our faith. So continue to push forward. Have faith, and the provision will be seen. And this is me. This is the Holy Spirit speaking to me, and I know He's speaking to somebody else. So just continue to have faith and allow the provision to be seen in your life. And before I forget, also today I just went outside and just was standing on my steps, and I seen a bird. And instantly, the provision will be seen. And I thought of the verse where Jesus talking about, if the birds don't, they don't store food in houses, but they eat every single day. They fly, they fly to and fro, or they sit on a branch and they see food and they go get it, because the provision will be seen. That Father provides for them, so He knows what we need before we even ask of Him. So we just got to continue to march forward. And I just wanted to give you that too, to just give you extra push, extra confidence, extra confirmation that you just got to constantly walk towards that goal, fight to get to where you want to be, and God will do the rest. But we have to fight. So let's just partner with His Spirit and continue to allow Him to guide us.